The company that I previously worked for in 1992, times were hard, and they shut down and moved back to Alberta, and I had 3 girls in high school, and I didn't want to pick them out of a very sound, solid school here and plunk them in Calgary. So Gail and I decided to give it a try and go on our own and see what happened.
Mom and Dad's house is where we started from. My sisters and I did the books at home, we did the payroll at home and things like that. So it was a very small start.
Bought our first computer, bought our first Bobcat. It was a huge undertaking.
For the first, I don't know how many years, it was just basically Gail and I in the office. And it became a lot of hours. It was estimating and accounting and cost controls and budgets. And but once we finally got some help, it made our lives much easier.
I've been with Allan right from the start. Worked for Monty before that, and when he started Allan, went over to Allan and been here ever since.
The extent of our dirt moving back then was a 3/4 ton that we called Kermit. I guess it was me and Jody basically shoveling dirt into the back of Kermit and taking it somewhere to shovel it out and dump the truck and go back for another load.
The projects were 30 to 40,000. You know, it was very rare that we would have $1 million project.
I think the largest haul truck that we had when I was, just starting out with the company was a 1-ton flat deck truck with a tip box on it and a couple of Bobcats.
Back then it was pretty lean. There wasn't much building going on in Saskatoon, so he did very well to just stay on top and, keep everything going.
I mean, we had a pretty skinny office staff for years. We worked hard.
Desperately struggling to get work, bidding work with low margins to acquire work during the early 90s when times were tough. Always running on a shoestring budget, because we always ran with our own cash. We thought if we could make it when times were tough, we could make it.
When we had about 40 employees, we said, I think this is as big as we want to be. This will be a good number to keep. So we did our best not to even grow for quite a while. And it just seemed, it happens.
There's 2 or 3 major projects that has really changed our direction quite a bit. We did a job at the airport for a new parking lot and whatnot. That was the start of our earthworks side. That led us on to an earthworks job at Patience Lake with the new injection program out there.
That was one of our biggest jobs that kind of moved us really heavily into the industrial sector.
Far bigger than we'd ever done before.
Jumped in with both feet and really grew the company.
One of the big things about Allan Construction is they're a very chameleon-like company. They can do A to Z. They're not scared to take on any new type of work. Sometimes it drives the foreman and supervisors and me crazy, but it also challenges us on a day-to-day basis.
We sit around as a group and we get everyone's input, and you brainstorm with 10 guys and pretty soon you have a pretty solid game plan on how to get any job done.
It started off, we had a crew of 4 or 5 very good carpenters that set a high standard for concrete and for the foundation work that we did 15 years ago. And everybody that's come into the company since then has always apprenticed underneath these, master carpenters. And so they don't know anything other than high standards.
Monty, the boss here, just kind of molded us into what he would expect to have, how to present ourselves on site and how to run a site as if he was there.
I think the owners see that and they keep calling us back.
When I feel the most proud is when I get the comments back from the owners and consultants that we've done work with, how much they have liked the crew, how well the crew has done on site, and how smoothly everything ran.
The men and ladies that work for us are doing a wonderful job, and it's evident by the amount of work that we have. In the 20 years, we're just about to our 2000th project.
It's changed so much since I've been here, it's unbelievable.
It was pretty good size when I came around already, but as for growth, the jobs get bigger.
It's gone from pouring sidewalks to building river landing.
It's always exciting here because we try something different all the time. You know, it's never the same thing. Every year is something different.
Especially on jobs like this, it's new scenery every day, and every job you go to is different and it's not monotonous.
Bigger toys and a bigger sandbox now is all it is.
If our economy holds up, and I think it will, I can just see nice, slow, steady growth all the way through. And if a couple of things come to pass, there could be a lot of growth in the near future. The only thing the company is made out of is the people. You can buy the iron at an auction sale. I mean, it's all the people, the whole thing.
Dad's always said that the boys are like his sons.
It's like a family, and that's something I really enjoy about the company.
They're just a good company to work for. They're good to their employees and family first, all that kind of good stuff. So I think guys stick around.
Fun guys to work with and they know what they're talking about. Makes it easy.
Our safety is phenomenal. It's a nice, safe atmosphere, and just the guys, outstanding guys. Everybody, like I said, gets along, and the boss knows you by your first name, which is nice.
We're even starting to hire some of the kids now. You know, so the dad works here and the kids work here, and you know, everybody knows everybody.
My daughter went through the Meewasin tour through school, and she stood up on the hill there and she just looked down and had a big smile on her face. And the teacher asked her, "Why are you smiling?" And Kaylee looked at the teacher and said, "My dad built this park." Not too many kids can say that.
I don't think there's a better company to work for as far as construction goes, that's for sure. They treat their people like they're human beings rather than just a number.
Enjoyed the last, well, 4.5 to 5 years, and hopefully you can keep working, keep going.
Congratulations on 20 years, and I hope we keep going. It's been a good company to work for, and every year it gets better and better.
I'm pretty impressed. Monty has come a long way in 20 years. You know, I've seen him kind of grow like over the years, and yeah, he's taken on a lot of stuff. He did well.
Being a part of it all is probably the proudest moment.
And it's always fun, you know, it's always a new challenge, and it's never boring.
It's pretty fulfilling watching all the young people that we've mentored and nurtured, and now they're in the process of taking over the business, and they're doing very well.
I mean, when we started out, we had no idea that it would last that long or grow this much. It's very special. Plus, you know, so many incredibly good employees. What more could we want?
I'm very proud of Mom and Dad of what they have done throughout the last 20 years. It's a huge risk doing what they did to start with, especially with the three of us still at home. It's a huge risk for them, and they've done very well, and we're all very proud of what they have done and turned this company into in 20 years.